Hi there! One of the things I thought of doing on my channel on YouTube is book reviews because I really like books. Lately I've been thinking of looking into a career of being a book reviewer. I mean, what's better than reading books and then writing whether you like them or not, or what's good about them? So yeah, this review is from my actual university, one of the things I've done at university, and it's part of my creative non-fiction module. It's on The Fault in Our Stars by John Green, so I'm just going to read it out and see what you think, really. I went into the staff room at work to check for any notices, and that's when I saw the Boston blue shade of the cover amongst an array of unfamiliar books. My heart skipped a beat as I took in the sight of thousands of pages full of stories and excitement. I have an obsession. The smell of new paperbacks makes me giddy at the knees. The book somehow found its way into my hands. It must have been the whiff of a good story. I then placed the 313-page book safely in my bag. Now, before you think I'm a crazy book thief, I'd like to say I wasn't stealing the book at all. One of the perks of working in a bookshop is staff books, which sit on the windowsill whilst I eat my cheese sandwich and scream, "Read me! Read me!" Big scary voice there. Anyway, John Green. I'd previously read his other young adult novel, which some of you might have heard of, Looking for Alaska, and in enjoying this, however, not profusely, I thought reading this book would be intriguing to compare the author's writing. Plus, I just can't help picking up a good book. This book has been reviewed before as damn near genius, and it highlights on the cover 4 different words: insightful, bold, irreverent, and raw. Now, if that isn't catchy, then I don't know what else is. The book's blurb also told me that the story revolves around a teenager called Hazel and her experience and ongoing battle against the big C. Now, I've read many adult fiction that focuses on the theme of cancer. For example, Jenny Dowman's Before I Die and Alice Cooper's Life on the Refrigerated Door. So when I heard this was another cancer-themed book, I was a bit skeptical. Like the vampire and dark romance themes, I have a feeling that the cancer theme has a risk of being overdone. It's out there and there's so many books on the market that it's all kind of the same stuff. So when reading this, I didn't want to see just another book on the same theme. I wanted to have some resonance. I wanted to have some resonance and show me something different, and it did. John Green's story is not just one about battles and celebrating life. It's one about chance and luck. I actually started reading this book about a month ago. I read 22 pages, and at first I wasn't gripped. That might have been because I had to stop and catch up with my reading for English, which I'm still not really caught up with. Anyway, so I was unable to be hooked by Green's fishing line. However, after a few weeks, I picked the book up again and got past a few chapters, and I've struggled really to put the damn thing down. In the first chapter, Hazel meets Augustus Waters at a cancer support group situated in the basement of a church. Hazel has to have oxygen tanks to support her breathing, and Augustus has an amputated leg from a previous encounter with cancer. Throughout the story, these two characters spend a lot of time together, harmlessly flirting, and then ending up together as a... I'm just making sure there's no one in my garden, because that'd be weird. They end up together as a couple. However, their luck has a turn for the worse, and fate creates a cruel twist near the end. To me, the novel did look at cancer from a slightly different light. However, it could have been a bit better. The book, although having a plot twist, followed a similar storyline to other books that looked at illness. The character is ill, she falls in love, and then a tragedy occurs. Often her dying, or someone else dying, or anything really. It's just a tragedy. Tragedy! On the other hand, though, the character's depth made the book much more entertaining. The intelligent banter between Augustus and Hazel made for some aspects of humour within the novel. Also, the use of the cancer support group enabled readers to see more than one type of cancer and one type of character. As well as this, the use of the support group listing the people who'd passed away and lost their battle to cancer, to me emphasised the struggle that many people are going through today. The list of people affected by cancer is endless, and the illness has become such a universal theme because most people can relate to it. We all know someone who's had cancer, or we all know someone who knows someone who's had cancer. Therefore, despite the story being similar to many others out there, it highlights an important aspect of today's life, and you can see why there's so many books like that in the market. When I look back at the book which I read at the beginning of the week, I find it difficult to remember the particulars that I enjoyed or disliked. However, the story is one that I will keep in my head forever, simply due to the amount of emotion that I managed to conjure up from the black print. I went from smiles to laughter to fear, and then from all of that to a hideous state of sobbing. Now, when I say sobbing, I literally mean sobbing and the works. The downpour of tears, the downright hideous nose, an array of tissues littered across my double bedspread. Now, I know what you're thinking. This girl is probably a little bit emotionally unhinged. And maybe I am. Probably. Definitely. But John's green hand had managed to reach up from the pages of his hope-stealing book, grab onto my heart, and rip it to pieces. Despite going to bed at 3 in the morning with tired eyes and a mind full of despair, a book had wooed me once again. Maybe just an easy critic and a sucker for anything fiction, but this novel has been written beautifully, and although there may be fault in our stars, there is very little fault in Green's writing. Anyway, that's my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you like it, comment, and if you don't like it, comment. I'd like any criticism, really, if any way I can make it better, or anything you think I didn't clarify, or if you wanted to ask me further opinion. Also, any opinions on the book, other people's opinions on the book, that would be good. And if you haven't read it already, I hope my review has, I don't know, made you want to go out and read it. Anyway, have a good day. Gonna turn it off now.